in store between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Detroit Lions. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. In motion right is Aguilar. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here's Hardman to return. That'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 38-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 38. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found what was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
On second down, it's Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That second down play nets a -4.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Goodwin. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A third down pickup of 5.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Jones going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1. Here's Mahomes to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Picking up where they left off before the open week that they had last week as they won going into that. And no signs of being stale.
No, and that's really big for them because there's a trust factor that goes into this. Because what often happens, if you win the game before your open week, you usually get more time off. But if you win the game before the open week, get more time off, and don't play well the next time out, that goes away. So they're making a statement that they like that time off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the year. A 3-game winning streak really coming at the exact right time, Charles, to get them back into playoff contention.
And it's always a question of when do you want your football team to peak? And everyone always talks about you want to be playing your best ball going into the playoffs, but sometimes you need your best ball before that time. And this team, going into this stretch of games, they are certainly playing their best football of the year.
In motion right is Aguilar. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out. Still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Hardman on the return.
It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Lions nothing.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
From the 24, Mahomes.
A check down here to Jones.
Touchdown! Aaron Jones, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Chiefs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 21-0.
Chiefs 21, Lions nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
That's good.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Devontae Wyatt there for the stop.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They find some open field here. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10. Their own 21 yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage. Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
An inside give to Jones. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And some room to work.
Down the right sideline. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. A big play there for KC. 44 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. One back in the game. That's Jones. 2nd and goal. Mahomes going to throw. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Now Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Aaron Jones. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Lions 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 16.
On play action, they'll throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Field goal unit not out there. They won 6 before halftime. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Mahomes now on first down. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Mahomes now to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big play that time on the catch and run.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Up the middle, Jones. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Again, it's Jones. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Now whistles come in. Remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Goodwin able to haul it in. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now a throw in the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, But when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Mahomes throwing on 4th.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Lions will take over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On 2nd down, Swift.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Leo Chanel
Able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. A give to Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Mahomes finding Hardman here over the middle.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a 1st down.
Running on 1st down is Jones, but he's not going to get much. Maybe a couple. And 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
They'll go again to Jones.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 60 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 3rd and 4 now. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he's got it.
And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Aaron Jones with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year.
And the Chiefs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
They'll look to throw again. That'll be caught by St. Brown.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
That's good. For the Lions.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Back to throw again. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Taken down at the 19-yard line.
2nd and 9 now. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line.
75 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game.
Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. And he's got room.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The give is to Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw it here. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Butker on for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
42, Lions 7. Harrison Butker to kick off 14 to 6.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the
He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.